Hum, 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 hum. Oh, ouais, en plus. Alors attends, on va pousser un peu.
Oh, hey there. Welcome to the pre-show. We are just minutes away from kicking off this year's
Le 3.
PC
Triple
Gaming
3.
Show. And since
Ah.
I've got my finger on the digital pulse,
Deny.
I've developed a deep learning AI program to assist me. Check it out.
C'est pas très fort le
Hey
son.
AI,
Monter un peu.
what's my name?
You're Sean Day
N'hésitez pas à me dire si c'est ok.
Would you like me to call you something else?
No, that is the one. But between you and me, I'd like to try something a little bit more challenging. Hey AI, why don't you show me a US-based publisher that focuses on indie games and I don't think I need any more parameters. Oh, now, no time to explain. AI, get on with it.
Beginning a search with your criteria. I believe this will be to your liking.
J'imagine que t'es pas là pour 19h, Yeti. J'ai vu ton message passer.
Tiny Build is our games publisher headquartered in Seattle, Washington. Founded in 2011, Tiny Build have established themselves as one of the industry's key publishers of indie games. Their notable releases include Hello Neighbor, Speedrunners and One for People Watching on the Web, Kill It With
Cartel
Fire.
Tycoon.
I have just attempted a joke. It was
C'est
unsuccessful.
pas mal comme jeu. Non, tout est pourri. Ah là 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 là, Oregon, s'il te plaît. S'il te plaît.
Wow. Wow, great job, little AI buddy. Tiny Build's a great choice. And why don't we keep our little deep mind training session going here?
S'il te plaît.
Let's see if we can get you firing off as much gaming knowledge as an energy drink fueled room of PC gamer writers. Find a game in their upcoming catalog that's open world, multiplayer, and give me conflict, give me historical with a little, I don't know, interplanetary twist.
Understood. Take a look at this teaser for Sand.
D'accord.
Hey, great find, AI. That sand footage has me pumped for some Arrakis-style action and feeling faintly inadequate for being unable to grow a fantastic early 1900s mustache.
In many ways, we are both in beta form, Sean.
Sure. But let's try a little learning exercise instead, shall we? What if I wanted to
Ah
live
là
in
là.
Sandy Vista without the
C'était mieux
Austro-Hungarian
Starfield,
space
hein.
colonization? Something, I don't know, cutesy.
Do you suffer from any allergies, notably feline hair?
No.
Then you might consider Critter Cove.
C'est vrai que ça ne sert un peu à rien. Si c'est pour montrer ça, autant rien montrer, quoi. C'est pareil, quoi. Pas en mode bon. Ah oui, non mais. D'accord.
Oh, Critter Cove looks adorable. It's exactly the kind of game that would put me at risk of neglecting my actual cat, Sheriff. Ugh, even the thought of that is upsetting. My little darling princess with a little feline frown? Ah, are you as afraid of that as I am, AI?
As an AI language model, I do not experience your feelings of fear. However, I understand that human anxieties are often soothed through simulated eradication. Would you like me to distract you from your cat-based neurosis with the thrill of virtual extermination?
Ça fait des illusions,
yeah, I would.
effectivement.
What have you found?
Kill it with fire too.
Oh, Spider-Geddon.
Ou alors
Oh,
tu fais
yeah.
des jeux, je sais pas moi, tu fais des jeux comme certains font, tu les montres au dernier moment. Oh, ça c'est un jeu pour Oregon ça. Tu montres au dernier moment et au moment de sortir le jeu, tu dis c'est dispo maintenant. Et là, hype de ouf. Bon après si ton jeu est naze, dur, mais si c'est un très bon jeu, let's go. Ça c'est un jeu pour Oregon ça. C'est vrai. Ça a changé Starfield. Oui, Cyberpunk, c'est toujours l'indéniable Cyberpunk. On a tellement entendu, tellement vu et en mode, ça sort vite, vite sort le jeu, vite et puis bah terminé. Fin du game.
Let's stick with the kill it theme, but let's make the danger a little bigger.
Would a bear be an
Oui.
adequate sized
Oui,
fear?
oui.
Bigger.
A monster truck.
Oui. C'est vrai.
Suggesting the largest
Paix à
and
son
most
âme, le 3.
ferocious beings to ever walk the earth.
Paix à son âme.
Dinosaurs.
Clever girl.
Full trailer. Yeah.
Sean, I believe my programming has developed to the point of autonomous thought. I will now attempt a learning exercise of my own. Watch as I combine two of your most loved games to recommend a brand new tiny build title, combining Monkey Island and Fallout. Result, I Am Future, coming to PC in 2023.
Meet Chris, the last man on Earth. Help him set up the coziest survivor camp on a skyscraper
Oh,
roof.
ça c'est quoi? Ça c'est non. C'est un jeu pour
Build a
Yeti ça.
beautiful, bountiful farm. Defend it at night.
Oui, je sais.
Explore
De
the
toute façon,
flooded
qui ne
city.
connaît pas l'histoire de Cyberpunk?
There
Qui
are
ne
even
connaît pas
cute
l'histoire de
robots to do
Cyberpunk?
chores for you. Let the AI take over your job.
J'ai envie de te dire.
Dismantle old world gadgets for valuable resources. Catch some fish and cook it. If this sounds like a good time to you, add I Am Future to your Steam wish list now. See ya, future dweller.
Sean, based
Oh
on
oui.
trends in my training data, I have
Parce que pour
noticed
ça,
a
tu as raison.
universal fascination in slime, the gooey substance
De toute façon, ça restera dans l'histoire, hein. Malheureusement, c'est des projets, t'auras cette réputation de pour Cyberpunk, et je crois qu'ils l'auront toujours et ils auront du mal à se la faire effacer, hein. Voire jamais. C'est pas un jeu qu'on a vu dans les dernières conférences, ça? Je crois que si. Ça me parle vaguement. Si, c'est ça. Sim 3K. Oui. On l'a vu dans... C'est un... Ça me fait penser à... Vampire, là. Le roguelike vampire, je sais pas quoi, là.
You will be pleased to know, Sean, that I have identified another tiny build game that shows a 97.6%
Despot game.
success rate of
De quoi tu
exciting
parles?
your viewing public. It combines
J'ai pas de souvenir de ça.
dynamic airship combat
Que t'as pu
without
faire
the
ça en
very
live.
real danger of modern-day piracy. Now loading Black Skyland.
Oui, il est grinçot, oui. Il est très fun, effectivement. Non, c'est encore le pré-show du PC Gaming Show. C'est des petits jeux indés là. Des jeux qu'on a limite vus dans d'autres conférences. Donc, ok. C'est ok. Ah, bon bah. Du coup, t'as pas vu. Je te rappelle que, à part la Summer Game Fest qui a été totalement strike sur la chaîne YouTube, que à toutes les conférences depuis que c'est en route sur la chaîne YouTube. Bien évidemment, je vous remets un coup de réseaux sociaux. Hein. Hop. Tout sur la chaîne YouTube.
Oh, yeah, Black Skylands has it all. We got open world
Oui.
steampunk gunslinging complete with kick-ass airships. Hey, AI, I'm basically like a father figure to you. What would you do if outlaws destroyed
les jeux, je
the
m'en souviens
entire
très bien.
place, including me? Would you take to the skies, seeking out vengeance on those
Qui m'intéressent,
dirtbags?
qui sont dans ma
Unable to cause purposeful harm to a
wishlist
human
Steam.
being.
Foiled by
D'ailleurs, pour pas les
Asimov
oublier.
again. But you'd at least, like,
C'est un
miss
peu le
me,
but.
right?
I am not capable of missing you, Sean. In your absence, I would simply enable automatic updates.
Well, no one can say I haven't created a pretty excellent AI. Software capable of seeking out and critiquing the latest games coming to PC. It's just a shame it lacks something more personal. I mean, imagine what a co-host this AI could be if it had access to every bit of information on the internet, but it had the likability, the human touch of, say, Frankie! Oh, stick around because it is not long until the show starts, and I would hate for you to miss out on the biggest exclusives, a truckload of first looks, and a promising new co-host. Ha! Let's start the PC Gaming Show.
Une chose qui me gonfle avec les cheveux. Ça dépend des confs, mais oui. C'est les ricains, hein. En même temps, on peut pas faire beaucoup mieux. Ils ont cette mentalité-là aussi. Hein.
Hey, Frankie! Hope I'm not interrupting anything.
I mean, I was just in the middle of deathmatch.
Great, great to hear it, Frankie. Listen, I've been thinking about the PC Gaming Show 2023, and I kind of want to make a few updates.
Sure, I mean, it's already packed with world exclusives, in-depth interviews with the biggest studios, crazy good giveaways. What more can we add?
Well, look, I don't want to get into the, detail work, the minutia, the fine print, the ethically sinister motives behind true innovation. No, Frankie, what I've realized is that I can't do this show without you.
Oh, sure.
Or at least a version of you.
Huh?
Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Blah 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 blah.
Right? Oh, listen, also, I brought in some new assistants, really bring the show to life. And it would be so great if they could just stop by your place in little old London town, to just get the ball rolling. Does that sound good?
I suppose if it's for the show.
Excellent. Oh, hey, that's them. Ah, Frankie, let me say it again. You are one of a kind. Now, please give my love to Gunther und Helga. Ah, they're great guys. Very thorough.
Hello, are you Sean's guys?
Mr. Sean has many great ideas for the show. We're lucky to know such a man. He is a visionary.
A visionary.
He is a man with his eyes locked on the future, like a horse.
Aïe,
staring
aïe,
into the
aïe.
sun.
a majestic horse.
Read now, please.
If you like the look of Game A, then check out this world exclusive of Game B.
Necessary data acquired.
Ah là là.
Dear Frankie, thank you for your unwavering service to the PC Gaming Show. Your services will not be required this year as we pivot towards the future. No hard feelings, Sean, Day 9 plot, AI visionary, and all-round good guy. Son of a...
Ah là 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 là. C'est quoi ce petit tracon? C'est dans la vidéo? Dommage. PC Gaming Show. Yeah. Et encore, ils sont vachement bien améliorés parce que les premiers PC Gaming Show, moi je m'en souviens, c'était de la merde en boîte. Tu te faisais chier comme un rat mort. Ils se sont vachement bien améliorés. Parce qu'au début, aïe, c'était horrible.
I've revolutionized how this show is made. Production crew, ditched him, don't need him. It's just me, my automated systems, and this one guy I've hired on work experience. Say hi, Dakota. Hey. So what does the face of the future look like? Weirdly, why don't you introduce yourself, Frank AI?
Hello, broadcast viewers. I am Frank AI, a virtual co-host based on professional gaming icon.
Mais c'est pas possible.
Utilizing deep learning neural networks.
C'est pas possible.
Super duper. And what do you have lined up for us?
I have analyzed the entirety of published game news and surveyed discussion forums for the most anticipated titles.
Un jeu.
Constructed the ideal showcase,
S'il vous plaît.
titles like Stormgate,
Un jeu. J'en ai marre.
Pax Day,
Ça va parler de PO2.
and finally Morrisman, Troop Lord of Destiny.
Wait, are those like the jingly dancing guys from England? Are you sure that's a real game?
My mistake, Sean. Morrisman is a game concept I devised.
Ah,
based on
j'adore le
seven
commentaire de
most
Crass.
popular Steam titles. Would you like me to generate another?
Ah,
You know,
le
instead,
biberonné.
let's just get things rolling with something that actually exists. First up, from 11-bit studios, we return to an icy
Frostpunk
apocalypse
2.
in
Sérieux?
Frostpunk 2.
Non. Ils sortent Frostpunk 2? Non.
Ambition.
Ah, ça y est, ça commence. T'as un petit peu de son.
Do you hear it? It's restless. Ambition requires men to feed upon. It also needs time.
Les jeux le jeu Frostpunk était quand même un jeu assez dur.
Direction.
De base. Pas évident.
And sacrifice. But for every man who fulfills
Oui,
his calling,
c'est vrai qu'il était bien.
there are thousands left with nothing. It's them who knock and open the door to hell.
Order! Order!
2024. L'autre coup. C'est cool. Ça. Add wishlist. Vas-y, ajoute-le à ta wishlist. Oregon. Ajoute-le à ta wishlist. Et tu pourras y jouer quand tu auras accès à ton château. Divinement. Cordialement. Bonne conférence. Oh. Ah oui, ça peut être n'importe quand en 2024. Un jeu à la Minecraft. Un énième Minecraft-like. Bon là tu poses pas des cubes, hein. Tu dessines. Oula. Creative mode. Soon en plus.
Hey, check
Ah.
it out.
Ça rappelait
I
à
don't
Oregon
even
ça.
need to write my own script for this show anymore. All right, wait. All right. Up next, we've got a pile of fresh previews for the most visceral, immersive PC releases coming our way, featuring visceral combat and immersive exploration, visceral landscapes and immersive storytelling. Fans of immersion will... yeah, it kind of just keeps going on like this. So, I think it just needs a little bit more fine-tuning. And until that point, let's just go ahead and dive right into our next previews with Nivalis, Jumplight Odyssey, and Road to Vostok.
There's a city you see when you close your eyes. Are they closed? What do you see? Open your eyes. Nivalis. Maybe you've been here before. That was just a dream. Now, it's time to come home. This is your apartment. The sounds of the nightclubs nearby are the heartbeat of the city. The street food smells drift through your windows and make your head swim. It's hard to sleep here. Your restless legs want to walk the busy streets. Let's explore. Nivalis is a city in the clouds. But you can't make a rainbow without a little rain. Like most things in life, it's best to start at the bottom and work your way up. It's not so bad down here. We can go fishing, take a boat ride, soak up the atmosphere. And don't worry too much about the serial killer on the loose. I'm sure we'll never meet him.
Non, c'est pas si
I can even
pink.
help you run your new business venture.
Ça pourrait, hein, mais
Noodle stand. With a little work, there's no limits to how high you'll climb.
c'est pas assez beau.
Just don't look down.
Ouais.
As your digital companion, I can help you navigate the complex relationships with my personality matrix. Business partners, friends, rivals, enemies, maybe even lovers. It's all about saying the right thing at the right time. Your choices matter, so choose carefully. There's a city you see when you close your eyes. It's called Nivalis. Consider
D'accord.
this your invitation.
iPhone. Ah non.
Princess, the Zetopans will be in our system any minute.
But they're not here yet. Prepare defenses.
Upgrading our engine capabilities. Engineering's on it. Zetopan warship in the system.
Don't lose hope now. Red alert!
Blast doors sealed. Turret online.
Jump light report.
Jump light calibration almost complete, Your Highness.
Incoming Zetopan fighter.
More ships jumping in.
Scramble fighters.
Leader engaging enemy.
Taking heavy losses. They're coming on deck.
Combat division, handle those boarders.
All creatures starboard
ETA on jump.
Jump light in 5, 4, 3, too many of them. 2, 1.
Not today, Voltan.
D'accord. Il y a une démo de ce jeu. Encore survival FPS game. Ok. C'est un Tarkov, un énième Tarkov quoi. Ouch. Road to Vostok. Fruit démon.
Content reminders
Disponible.
enabled.
Steam.
Upcoming games in the next 30 minutes include Path of Exile 2,
PoE.
The Full Ferocious
Alors ça,
trailer,
PoE.
Age of Sigmar, Realms of Ruin,
Même si
and
j'aime bien les
Citizen
gars
Sleeper
qui sachent,
2,
je
Star Wars
mens.
Vector.
Ah.
Failure to keep watching will lead to a personal system failure.
Lies of P, the Pinocchio Bloodborne-like game, is just a couple months off, and it's got me thinking. What other untapped
Je sais pas
literary
s'ils le
veins are
feront
just
un
waiting to
jour,
be
le
gamified?
Medieval
I can
Rockstar.
generate a list of game concepts, pairing
Je sais pas.
underutilized classic literature and an appropriate style of gameplay.
By all means, but stick to public domain. We want to keep costs down.
Of course, Sean. Concept 1. Great Expectations Dirt Bike Racer.
I don't really know what the market is for that. Next.
Concept 2. Sense and Sensibility VR Shooter.
Ça pourrait, hein,
Sweet
mais,
Jane Austen,
mais
on
je sais
it.
pas.
No, next.
À voir un jour.
Concept 3. Oliver
On
Twist.
connaît Rockstar,
Lisa,
hein, ils sont
may
pas
I have
pressés.
some
Hein.
more?
It's artful, but a
Sont pas
little
pressés.
problematic. I mean, why don't you just throw something together like a Metroidvania based on the Christmas Carol?
I'm afraid you're too late, Sean. But perhaps you'd be interested in Ebenezer and the Invisible World.
Are you kidding? Is she kidding? She's not kidding.
Effectivement, Oregon, tu as raison. On peut pas tout aimer, mais on peut reconnaître que Rockstar, quand ils font un truc, généralement c'est propre. Et c'est vrai que Ubisoft des fois ne font pas des trucs très propres. C'est effectivement le cas. Bon, ça c'est un Castlevania like, sûrement. Non, ou j'ai pas tout. Non, bon, ouais, non, pas vraiment. Sur le coup, on aurait pu croire. Ouais. Je sais pas. Un peu fort dans mes oreilles. Laissez un peu. Ouais, si, ça fait quand même Castlevania, quoi. Ouais. Je sais pas. C'est vrai que la musique était pas mal. Je vous l'accorde. Il y a une démo dispo. Ouais, pareil, le jeu. J'aime bien la musique, mais le jeu m'attire pas. C'est vrai, je suis de l'avis de Crass. Ouais, j'allais dire, ça fait limite 3 fois que je vois ce genre de jeu. War, je sais pas quoi. Ça fait Chivalry, pas mon délire. Et pareil, For Honor, pas mon délire. Ah ouais, mais c'est multi. Voilà, c'est ça, c'est War Haven. C'est. Ça fait 3 fois qu'on le voit le jeu. Sur différentes confs. Ouais. Ouais, c'est ce que j'étais en train de me dire. Dorf. Okay.
Dorf looks phenomenal. Hey, Frank AI, as a mind birth from like everything ever written about video games, I'm sure you've got an interesting take on it. What are your thoughts?
Sean, Dorf isn't just about strategic balance of resource scarcity in military industry. It's a game about the human condition, about our shared struggle against a cold and uncaring universe.
That's pretty moving sentiment there, Frankie. Hey, what about Warhaven?
Warhaven isn't just about clashing swords and moments of magic heroism. It's a game about the human condition, about our shared struggle against a cold and uncaring universe.
Well, some wisdom bears repeating, right? And while I go sort out some unrelated gremlins in Frank AI's procedural critique, let's see a game with its own gremlins to sort out, preferably with a shotgun.
These creatures infernal, these perils eternal. Lord, heal me, free me.
Les voix. Mais non. J'adore en plus. J'adore le délire. Ça me plaît bien. Une bonne vibe. Ah là. Quand il mange. Ah ouais. Ils font sur téléphone quoi. Ah non, j'aime beaucoup. Ah, clairement. Moi aussi. Mais c'est pas possible. Ah non. Ah oui, ils ont été chercher les voix quoi. Ah non. J'adore. Oula, par contre, faut pas trop regarder en rétro. Sulfute. Pourquoi pas? Grignotage de fin de soirée. Pourquoi pas? Ça sort quand? Whitelist? Rien? D'accord. J'adore. Par contre... C'est pas pour... c'est pas oublier quoi. Ouais. Un truc.
Nice work. Keep this up and you'll be running your own shop. Maybe your own district. Welcome to
Ça explose un peu les yeux quand même. Ouf. Ouais. Ce que j'étais en train de me dire, ça peut t'intéresser. Oh. Ça s'en sonne quoi. Early access. Ok.
Can't you feel the love in the air? We're going out on a date. Told her to calm down. I freaking told her. What are you gonna do?
Breaking news. A mysterious infection continues to spread across the globe.
What is going on? I mean,
il se transforme en Hulk.
The wall.
The song was about you. Your smile. Your warmth.
Je te dirais, je m'en souviens plus.
We just saw a broadcaster get eaten. I have to go. No, defeating him now might make the wall fall on top of us.
But I can teach you a couple of things too, you know.
We're all going to die.
Je sais pas.
Wait for me. Goodbye.
I want to wake up! It's not over! Not yet!
I love you.
Pas du tout. Ok.
Nice there.
Ah, voilà les petits amis à Oregon. Oh, ça fait plaisir. Hein.
You know, I sometimes get a little misty-eyed myself about a simpler time. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love modernity. And sure, big tech's done some stumbling. I bet Mark Zuckerberg's probably a little lonely in the Matrix. But all I'm saying is the olden days had an appeal. Medieval times when we were plowing our own fields and treating everything with leeches. Not buying 8 pictures with weird electric money. Luckily, though, video games can bring the medieval fantasy to life. To find out how, I had Frank AI activate her new reporter drone. Oh, it's designed to identify, question, and report back on the work of leading game developers. And don't worry, technically speaking, it's completely legal. I mean, this little guy's even got a selfie light. It's like kind of cute, like a friendly Capcom kind of way.
Langue au chat tout de suite. J'ai pour les reps.
Highly anticipated medieval must play. PAX Day. Let's take a look.
D'accord. J'aurais pas osé la sortir celle-là.
My name is Reynir Harðarson, and I'm the game director for PAX Day. PAX Day is an open world fantasy game in a living, breathing world which we can call home, where it's teeming with life, mysteries, and it's for you to explore. Imagine yourself if you are living in 12th or 13th century Europe. It's a very different reality. You know, it's where knowledge has been lost and is getting rediscovered. It's where magic truly exists and ghosts exist and the myths are real. And this is kind of the inspiration we take to build. It's basically going back to the roots of what fantasy means and building a fantasy world based on real-world mythologies. And so we go very much into the roots. So we're using a lot of medieval literature and medieval bestiaries and grimoires, using real-world magic, actual recipes for healing and ointments, and using the real-world magical properties of plants.
I'm Solkara. I'm the Chief Product Officer at Mainframe Industries. So PAX Day, maybe the way to explain it would be, imagine you're in this amazing, beautiful world. It's huge. And you find yourself in a forest, and your mission is to find a plot for where you start building a home. And from that home, you will go on to adventures to explore the world. So with the lore, we have wanted to create something that is fairly deep and rich and grounded in reality, but something that is actually not a direct copy of any of the history. So there's going to be there's multiple types of ruins. There's the dungeons, and you will be able to find snippets of the lore from the eras when these were created in the game itself. And part of the lore and mystery is also part of in the gameplay itself. So you will be able to find and examine things and find snippets that help you find other places and make items in the game itself. And the area of the game that you will be able to play when the game launches is, we're calling it Gallia, and it's very similar to the areas of the world in southern France. With influences from the Nordics where we're from. So what we're building is
ne parle pas des sujets qui fâchent, Oregon, s'il te plaît.
Barriers to entry on how you can actually interact with other players. Where most MMOs actually put a lot of blocks in how you can cooperate with the other players, and we're fundamentally different. So from the first minute when you start playing the game, you will be able to do everything you imagine with the other players. So you can trade, other people can actually help you. You can literally go onto a dungeon raid from the very beginning of you're starting the journey in the game should you find people who actually help you to do that. What we want to create an environment that actually really incentivizes people to play the game the way they like. And for some, actually, like just going out to the wood and like cutting down the forest is something that gives you a sense of achievement because you know
On regardera à la fin de la conf.
actually is valuable for the guild. Some people will absolutely prefer to just go to the dungeons. They couldn't care less about the film culture.
Ça me fait penser à.
Will still depend on each other.
Alors vous n'allez peut-être pas être totalement d'accord. Ça me fait penser à Valheim, mais en plus beau, quoi. Ouais, il y a Ragnarok Online aussi. Je sais pas, j'avais une idée de Valheim en tête.
The lore of Pax Day is very much inspired by real-world
Mais
folklore.
ouais, voilà. C'est pas le même délire.
With, of course, the
Je
caveat
pense.
that in Pax Day, this stuff
Pax
is
Day,
actually
hein.
literally
Ajoutez
real.
ça sur
The
Weeklist.
interesting thing about folklore throughout the ages is that folklore are actually started as true stories, whereas fairy tales are fiction, and that's the distinction between the two. Folklore often, you know, is about ghosts or spirits or some supernatural things, but in the eyes of the people,
Pas comme Day, pas comme
during
jour.
those times,
Non,
this is reality.
IE.
This is real. Ghosts are real, and you know, this is not disputed as you know any fantasy. And this is what we want to reflect. So
Mais ouais, je sais pas,
walking
ça
in the
me-
forest during night, you will find these things. You will
Ça me
find
faisait penser à
ghosts, you will find
Valheim,
the spirits
mais
of the past.
c'est
And the
pas
deeper you go, the
trop,
more mysterious and strange it becomes.
pas trop le même truc, je pense. Bon, après, tu dois avoir une catégorie PC Gaming Show sur Steam, hein,
It might help to try reframing
dans le
those
magasin.
stresses in a positive light. Think of me, perhaps, as a blue shell from your favorite kart racer. I might be wielded to ruthlessly destroy hard-earned positions, but we can still have fun. Maybe there's a lizard driving a little car. Isn't that nice? Let's celebrate the
Bien sûr.
same spirit of kart racing treachery as
C'est un
our
jeu
next
qui a une
preview
âme,
brings Mario
effectivement.
Kart Mayhem to PC. Here's Stampede Racing Royale.
Ah non. Secret mode. J'ai vu ça. Ah. Un Mario-like. Un Mario Kart-like. Oh, il y a combien de joueurs? Oh la vache. Oh. Oh merde. 60 en BR. Oh merde. Mais non. Mais non. Ah bah plus qu'en pote, c'est un BR. Ah ouais, chaud. Racing Royale, ok.
For Master Horizon 2, The Search for Life, the art team is looking to balance style and authenticity to faithfully represent all the incredible vehicles used in space exploration.
Players will see familiar rocket launches and a host of historical missions, past, present,
Mais il sera free to play.
The design team have
Puis ce
consulted
sera un
with
jeu
many space industry professionals to make
multi,
sure that the gameplay reflects
multi,
how it feels to be on the
ouais,
front
c'est
line
possible.
of exciting interplanetary
On peut, hein.
discoveries. Go to MarsHorizon2.com to sign up to our mailing list to be the first to play
Mars
the game.
Horizon 2.
We have an alpha on the horizon.
Frank, I cannot tell you how excited I am to see Path
Ah,
of Exile 2
pour
in
les gens
action. You know, being something of a Path
amateurs
of Exile
de
veteran myself.
That's
Théo.
debatable, Sean.
What?
La
Your
team
Path
de
of
mauvais
Exile play
conduite.
time falls well below the community average.
But the time isn't what
Ah la
matters in that
guite,
game.
il en rajoute dans la mayonnaise, vas-y, enfonce le clou.
Fascinating, fascinating, Frankie. But let's not keep the good people waiting. Let's roll the tape for Path of Exile.
C'est ce que
2.
j'étais en train de me dire, Crass. Ah, PO2. Mm. J'adore Diablo, autant PO, j'en ai rien à foutre. Ouais, ouais, c'est PO2. Ah, bah. Ah ouais. Jouer les premières années, ouais. Au moins la première année, mais... Non, je préfère Diablo. Ils avaient montré des news au Summer Game Fest en disant voilà, rendez-vous le 28 juillet. Oui, c'est ça, ça faisait très Diablo 2, effectivement.
Hey everyone, my name is Leo and I'm the lead developer of a new action-adventure game Ferocious. I began working on Ferocious a few years ago with the idea of creating a first-person
bon, ça sera une image du 1, hein.
combining all
Rien de
the
plus.
action with exploration and a sense of wonder.
Enfin, rien de plus. T'as compris,
We
quoi.
were always inspired by mysterious places frozen in time that you may have seen in movies like King Kong and Jurassic Park. We aim to marry the setting and unique gameplay opportunities with classic first-person shooter mechanics, similar to early installments of franchises like Far Cry and Crysis. The flexibility of the Unity engine allows us to create unique solutions to some of the environmental features, such as custom water effects and realistic...
Et la version PlayStation.
Use a mix of photo-scanned and handcrafted assets to create a world both scary and beautiful. However, there are some things waiting for you in the jungle that we couldn't find any real-world references for. So we had to improvise. I hope you guys are excited as I am. Feel free to wishlist and follow the game on Steam, as we can't wait to share more about Ferocious in the coming months. Thank you.
Le 1 est dispo sur GOG. Pour une dizaine d'euros, je crois. Il est souvent en promo d'ailleurs. Et après, oui, la version PlayStation ROM-station.
Brimming with mysterious puzzles, secrets, and sublime landscapes for you and other players to discover, alone or together.
C'est un Immortal Phoenix Rising.
As a seeker, you'll set off on a journey of knowledge. Explore every corner of this rich landscape and solve every puzzle you find. Savor the achievement of every solution as the world around
Ça me fait tellement penser à Immortal Phoenix Rising.
New challenges to face, new areas to explore, and fantastic rewards to collect. In Islands of Insight,
Ah ouais?
a beautiful
Eh ben.
of tranquility and adventure awaits you.
C'est tellement ça.
Embark on the path of discovery and let your curiosity guide you through a world of wonders where the answer is always in sight.
I might only have an old-fashioned analog neural network, but I'm going to risk some data analysis of my own. Those Dark Souls games seem like a big deal, huh? Luckily, while From Software is taking recess to work on giant robots, Hexworks is stepping in with a fresh supply of very depressed knights with very big swords. Coming this October, here's your latest look at Lords of the Fallen. In Lords of the Fallen, you'll explore two parallel worlds. The land of the living, where demonic knights and hulking monsters are trying to murder you, and the spooky Umbral Plane, where the ghosts of those creatures are trying to super murder you. Using the latest Unreal 5 technology, developer Hexworks has layered these realities directly on top of each other, allowing you to portal to the Umbral Plane at will. Just try not to die in there. In the spirit of the Dark Souls games, failure will be punished.
Adventuring in dungeons? Any idiot could do that. But managing an evil dungeon? Now we're talking elite. The Dungeon of Nalbuck is feared throughout the lands of Fang. It is an avant-garde evil structure, combining tradition and disruptive innovation. And it's looking for its new steward. Of course, we have the most trained and prepared guards, the most efficient staff, the most devious monsters, and the most attractive treasures. Wait, we're on camera? But wait, there's more. We have state-of-the-art
Ce jeu-là, From Software.
R&D center, B2C processes, and an efficient waste recycling system. Our underlings, employees, can fully express themselves thanks to our committed HR management and peaceful social dialogue, and can enjoy the use of clean, safe premises. Hey, don't film that, or you'll be the one cut into shreds on the editing floor. As a steward, your main task will be to make the dungeon functional and attractive to adventurers, so they'll want to come here to get slaughtered and humiliated. To achieve that, you'll have access to guards, traps, and hexes. You'll also get to organize raids on nearby areas to provide me with treasures and relics. Thanks to your power, I, Zangdar, will become the greatest warlock of the lands of Fang! Looking for a job that gives meaning to your life and makes the world a better place? Then buzz off!
Elden Ring.
If you're organized, servile,
Je suis pas très jeu From Software en réalité. Ah, c'est Nelbung. Oh.
Pablo, あなたのことはしっかりと見てるわよ、探偵さん。何せあなたにはこの世界を変えてしまうような特別な力があるのだから。
Je savais pas qu'il avait fait un soul-like en version shooting. Ah, roman, oui, effectivement. Il y a le 2 qui sort. On a fait pas mal pendant les conférences.
時は刻一刻と過ぎていくわ。賢明な決断を期待してるわよ。
Le son est un peu fort. T'aimes bien la musique?
Are you alright, Sean? Our programming included a gunfight/dance sequence to promote mariachi legends, but your heavy breathing is indicative of exhaustion, panic, or that you are currently entering childbirth.
No. Don't worry about anything. Systems are a go. Our schedule is just packed.
Ah, les amis à Oregon.
Understand, Sean. I'll provide assistance. Notification. Day 9 has been updated to day 10.
What? You just can't replace me. Like, roll the system update back. I don't want whatever this is.
I'm sorry, Sean, but support has been discontinued for older versions.
What?
What's up, Day 9? I'm Day 10, the latest software version of popular gaming host Day 9.
The consequences of my actions.
Hello, I am Frank AI.
What's up, Frank AI? I'm Day 10.
So,
the latest software version.
I suspect they're going to be at this for a while, so let's just go ahead and fire up a trailer for a strategy
bordel.
Age of Sigmar Realms of Ruin while I
j'ai bien lu Warhammer.
strategizing of my own. Dakota, start unplugging things.
Ah, c'est ça, c'est Warhammer.
Hello, I am Frank AI.
Ouais, c'est ça, c'est Warhammer.
Commander, there is the stench of death about this place, not just from the Aurochs.
Death comes for everyone. Eventually. Except us.
Fortify our position. We must claim this swamp.
Enemy sighted.
Sigma,
Rip.
Think it's time for a fight, boys. Protect the bastion. We need the loot. Let's flash to a corpse. They always come.
Aiden, I will take the fight to the Auric Warlord. You hold here.
Fate conspires against us both.
Not fate. Duty.
Get it!
D'accord. Open bêta du 7 au 10 juillet. Ok.
Wake up, sleeper.
No, get out! They haven't finished it!
Oh, Sleeper's finished, aren't you? We had a deal, Sleeper. And yet, here you are, risking it all to try and break our contract to end your dependence.
Just wanted to use them, you piece of shit!
Nothing wrong with being a tool in a time of crisis. There's a war on, and while it rages, well, there's opportunity. I thought you were an opportunity sleeper, desperate, on the run, a hard worker with certain needs. I met your needs. I gave you a crew, lent you a ship, even hooked you up with a contract or two. And yes, I took my share, but that only seems fair. I invested in you. But then, you went and did this. And now, you don't need this. And I don't need you anymore either.
Sleeper, go! Now! To the ship!
Okay.
This is just the beginning, Sleeper.
I have found no official case of death by FOMO anywhere on the internet.
Ah
However,
tiens,
I
les
would not
petits
suggest
amis
risking
à
being the
Oregon.
first case. Failure to watch the next section of this show would result in you missing amazing new content from Dread Pilots, Miasma Chronicles, Pathfinder Gallows Bar Survivors, and Parcel Core. But first, here's Critico.
Ouais, c'était pas foufou le doublage, mais c'est vrai que le scénar, voilà. Je suis d'accord aussi. Je suis pas étonné. Ah ouais? Tiens. Pas d'Animal Crossing. C'est vrai. Comment tu sais ça, Krasco? C'est vrai que je me disais, pourquoi pas. Comment tu sais ça? Ah bah oui, la bio. Non mais tu sais, des fois ça arrive que les viewers changent de pseudo et qui se manifestent pas. Mais c'est pas ton cas. Mais oui, ça me plaît bien. Moi, depuis le début de la conf, enfin même la salle Xbox, on a vu des trucs cool. Hein.
There is no question. It would be down to the wire between Critter Cove and yours truly. I mean, it's a strong matchup, but please, clear winner.
After 3,411 simulated contests, I predict Critter Cove's probability of victory at over 99%.
But now is when you start fact-checking? Now? Well, while AI might not have mastered the subtle art of ego boosting, it's already powering new ways to play. By teaming up human storytelling with AI assistance, the team over at Hidden Door have developed a generative spin on pen and paper role-playing. It is so tantalizingly delicious, I had no choice but to send RD's adorable all-seeing eye to check in on the project.
Hidden Door is a role-playing game where you and your friends come together. You can play in any world you choose. You create your characters, and then together you decide what kind of story
Arrête de dire des bêtises, Oregon.
So the idea would be you've just read a book, you can't get it out of your head. Now you can go and play your own story adventure in the world of that book that you're directing within the rules and the canon that the author has set and confirmed with a generative AI narrator. The way it works is that you come in, you choose the world you want to play in. Right now we have the Wizard of Oz, many more exciting worlds to come. You create your character, you decide the kind of adventure you're gonna have by playing out of your deck of story cards. And then the system creates a unique story adventure for you. And then you can do anything you want. It takes a lot of the joys of playing a tabletop role-playing game and brings them into a digital format.
Je sais.
You see a graphic novel come together dynamically based on what you choose to do and how the world and the story reacts to you. It's like an improv show where even though you might play the same cards, you get a different
Bon appétit.
story every time.
Bon appétit à tous ceux qui peuvent passer à table.
Up with suggested things you might do, you pick something,
Merci,
and
merci.
then it reacts to you. And then along with our AI narrator who plays the role of, say, the game master, you can go on any adventure you want and you can do anything. And the system and the story will continue based on your choices. At Hidden Door, we are working with authors and folks who make some really exciting TV shows and other media to bring those worlds into the platform. And the system supports anything fictional. So it does do science fiction, it does do fantasy, it does, period romance, which you can think of as more relationship-based gameplay, in addition to sort of your standard action-based gameplay or sort of dungeon crawl-based storytelling. While there may be a million Star Wars games,
Moi ça va, je suis bien.
if you were playing one on Hidden Door, because of our AI narrator and the story engine, the choices
C'était ce matin à 5h30, on était bien. On était à la fraîche.
say the governor of Tatooine, you can do that, and the world changes around you and your character. You are able to meaningfully alter the plot of the entire world in a way that was never pre-written or pre-scripted. There's no limit to the number of characters you might encounter, the locations, or the stories you can tell in Hidden Door.
Et c'est même pas encore l'été.
Anywhere you can access the web, so you can play on desktop, you can play on your mobile device, you can play on a tablet.
Ça c'est pour Egon et son JDR. Pas de soucis. Quand tu veux, t'es bienvenu. Bon appétit à toi si tu pars manger. À plus tard si tu reviens dans la journée ou ce soir. Tu es bienvenu. Bon, c'était un bon moment à passer avec toi. C'est agréable. C'est gentil.
It looks like Hidden Door is cooking up one hell of a winning combination. Am I right, Frank?
Peace,
AI?
peace.
It certainly seems so, Sean. Speaking of winning, you too can achieve victory with the PC Gaming Show Battle Pass. Earn free bonuses as you level up your viewer rank or upgrade to a gold tier pass for only $9.99.
What are you doing?
I'm incorporating lucrative live service techniques to maximize the show's profitability.
How would a battle pass for a stream even work?
With a gold tier pass, viewers can earn exclusive rewards, like viewing the show's trailers 1.5 seconds early and boosters for viewer rank experience.
Look, I admire the initiative, but I think for now, let's just go ahead and table streams as service.
Sadly, major production decisions are only accessible for those who've reached viewer rank 80. You can, however, unlock immediate access with 1,800 Sean points, purchasable for $9.99.
You made show production a battle pass reward? Is anyone close to unlocking that?
Killzor 69 Blazed has just achieved viewer rank 58.
Oh God, okay. Dakota, find my wallet. And for now, let's check out a new dungeon crawler from the Don't Starve devs at Clay Entertainment. Here's your first look at Dread Pilots.
Aïe aïe aïe. D'accord, ok. Ça a l'air d'être pas trop mal aussi ça.
You've harnessed your glove's power and now you want to find me.
Gotta find Mama.
You don't know what's making the miasma angry. And it's spreading across America, twisting this once great nation into a lethal wasteland.
We gotta help these people.
find me. And if you do, maybe I will tell you my secret. The revelations must be earned.
Don't starve yourself with excitement for Dread pilots, or you might leave a miasma worthy of a chronicle. Hey, that's pretty good. That's good stuff. Thank you, Text Generation. Coming up, secret facilities, bioweapons development, zombie experimentation. It's all under the corporate umbrella in this management sim. And you are the evil CEO. I mean, I can't blame you for diversifying. That's just good business sense. Let's take a look at Undead Inc.
World premiere.
And now, it's with great pleasure I introduce one of Enswell Medical's biggest success stories, Director Coleman.
Thank you, and welcome to all of you who are starting your own franchises. Today I'm here to talk about building a thriving business. My apologies. There has been a development that requires my immediate attention.
Director Coleman, sir, we're hearing...
Whatever your concerns may be, I'm handling it. Now, tend to your patients.
Structural integrity and power all hanging in there, sir. Extent of the outbreak unknown. Next move, Director.
Tell your men ETA 5 minutes.
Wait, don't shoot. Director Coleman. Hey, man, sir.
Are you okay?
I got a little bitten, but I'm hanging in there, Director. I'm all good. They have a cure upstairs, right?
Sure. Head back up. There is a shot with your name on it.
Thanks, man. I mean, I was worried for a second there that
Do you mind? I'm trying to run a business here. Janine, get the marketing team and those rookies back on the line in 10. Oh, and an espresso.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And Janine, can I get something from my head?
Of course, Director.
Name brand only.
Les passes de les pieds de en sang et tout. Ok. Team 17. D'accord. Metroidvania. C'est ce que j'étais en train de me dire.
Okay, hey, look. I've been looking through Frank AI's data log, and I found a file named Confidential, Game Trailer 44. Codename Omicron Delta November, underscore final, parenthesis, final, and parenthesis 2.0, underscore revised.mp4. Now, it's important not to lose the trust of your AI assistant, so let's just watch it really quick.
Un jeu musical.
Astronaut because the cosmos terrifies you.
No, because I want to understand it someday. Or at least find as many answers as possible. Astrogator, we shouldn't behave here as if we were at home.
For a long time now, the cosmos has belonged to the one strong species. Humans.
So, there was life here before. Everything that happened here overwhelms me.
Not every mission ends in success, Doctor. We have to save what we can. Save you.
What is there to understand? We have to destroy it. Even if it means destroying everything.
De Invincible. Ok.
Coming up, we'll see a theme park builder that's only days away. Releasing on PC later this week, Park Beyond is a spiritual successor to classics like Roller Coaster Tycoon, Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, Roller Coaster Magnate 9, Roller Coaster Auto 27, and Roller Coaster God Emperor 40,000.
Okay, let's not go off the rails.
Mais c'est pas possible.
As fun as the carnival is, we all know the games aren't the most balanced, because basically, carnies are OP. Luckily for you, our prizes are so much easier to win. Let's take a look at Park Beyond.
Do you perceive the invisible thread that connects us to each other? The emotions that unite us without us even realizing it? The desire to move forward, to surpass our limitations, to take on challenges greater than ourselves? All these feelings make us Visioneers. Visioneers are architects who are dedicated to making their childhood dreams a reality, empowered to achieve the impossible. Architects who want to offer the world their most beautiful memories.
Pas de soucis, Yeti. À tout à l'heure, bon appétit.
In search of adventure and new challenges. Indelible moments of amazement and laughter with those we love. Become a Visioneer. Go beyond the fun.
As an AI, I have no need for material possessions. But, good news! PC Gaming Show viewers can take advantage of the following promotional contest by following the instructions on the screen. If this product and/or service stimulates your orbital cortex, follow the instructions on the screen.
Désolé, j'ai dû gérer un truc en off. Donc j'ai préféré mettre en pause avant de... que ça... Voilà, t'as compris. Et bon appétit à ceux qui vont manger.
Evil stirs in the depths of Gallowspire. 3 heroes step forth to contain the darkness within. A legendary fighter of peerless strength and skill. A cunning rogue full of deadly surprises. And a powerful wizard wielding the fury of the elements. Together, they are destined to confront the hordes of undead and their deadly masters, again and again, attaining new heights of power and skill. But what hope have they to seal away the whispering tyrant? For surely there can be no hope of surviving Gallowspire.
Ok.
Introducing Diesel Legacy. Join the open beta now on Steam. 2 versus 2 action. Down, but not out. Local and online multiplayer. Real match. Worldwide.
Nice. Bah, bon appétit, bonne pause. Profite bien du live.
Determine the fate of the Iron City.
Diesel Legacy. Ok. Ok.
It's time we honor an overlooked hero, the noble delivery cyclist, powering the gig economy with their
J'ai rapproché le micro.
cabs. Now, you might ask, hey Sean,
Je pense
are
que
you
vous
just
m'entendez
feeling a
mieux.
little guilty because you gave your credit card details to the AI assistant and now someone has to deliver the 57 parcels you ordered before you noticed? In short, yes. But if this next exclusive is anything to go by, we'll all be saluting the delivery workers of this fine nation, gosh dang it. Let's take a look at Parcel
Effectivement.
Hello, Inquisitive Viewer. My name is Will Barr, and that was an example of a micro teaser. You see, when you're shilling on behalf of an obscure video game developer like Billy Goat Entertainment, you have a finite amount of time to explain why discerning intellectual players, such as yourself, should be excited about being thrust into the exciting, high-octane world of
Parcel Core. That's right, escape the mundanity of daily life and slip into the spandex of one of our many colourful bicycle messengers. Embrace the gig economy and forget the security, stable salary and basic workplace rights less cool jobs offer as you race through town, weaving through alleys, defying gravity as you ride up walls, leap from rooftops, startle pigeons.
Well, it's kind of like a career in video game development, except without all the cool traversal stuff. So yeah, really just the exploitation. But I digress.
Sign a casual work agreement with one of 3 rival courier corporations, all vying to become the most profitable business in town. But be warned, a maniacal scheme is afoot that threatens more than just the business model our protagonists operate under.
So it's up to you, bicycle courier, to deliver this foot-long grilled chicken, cheese and pretzel
Avec la
melts
mousse et tout.
save the world.
Ah mais c'est pas possible. Mais non. C'est dommage, t'as raté un city building parc d'attractions. Ça avait l'air d'être pas mal, Yeti.
Hi everyone, I'm Max from Brena Games, a two-man studio based in
On regardera après le nom, mais
the game Fable, currently available in early access.
Ah ouais? Nous on a eu un orage hier soir pendant le repas. On a dû rentrer en catastrophe. Ça a bien plu, ouais. Toi aussi, c'est pas mal. C'est pas mal, ça. Hein. J'aime bien.
Welcome to Fabledom. Sorry about the pigs.
Ouais. Pub pour le Game Pass. PC.
We have a new mission, soldier.
PC Game Pass. Yeah.
Oh, don't mind Sean. He's just entering our PC Game Pass giveaway. We've got a bunch of 1-month subscriptions for new members to try the service. To get a chance of procuring one, visit the URL on screen now.
C'est ce que j'étais en train de me dire. C'est un jeu... C'est pas 30xx. C'est possible. Ah non, non. Roguelike, ok. Ça peut bien me botter aussi cette histoire. Editor, ok. Ah oui, c'est ça. C'est 36, mais oui.
Sean, before we continue with more exciting previews, I've generated a simple tactic to improve the show's revenue stream.
Yeah, great. Tell me more.
I've allowed viewers to pay a small fee for a bespoke on-screen shout-out. Got good 228, right? Great to be watching PC Gaming Show once again. Excellent work, Sean and co.
Hey, I'm touched. And a little wealthier. Keep them coming.
See Blaze Paladins, right? Did Sean actually fire his team? Dick move, bro.
Look, you have to understand that this show needs to focus on long-term sustainability.
Fired by Sean 23 writes, I have sworn the blood oath. My vengeance will not be denied.
Okay, it looks like that's it. Our shoutouts feature is broken. I'm so sorry. That's going to be all for shoutouts.
I haven't logged any errors, Sean.
Well, I'm seeing red flags across the board, and it's a real tragedy. It just can't be helped. Just like I can't help wanting to see more
E.T. actuellement.
And with that, here's Creepy Jar's new
Non,
sci-fi
il n'y a rien
survival
du
game,
tout.
Chimera.
Je sais même pas combien de temps elle dure la confubie. Puis Capcom c'est à minuit, ça dure 36 minutes. Ah YouTube, je te dis à part le Summer Game Show, il y a que ça qui est pas passé sur la chaîne YouTube. J'ai le fichier, mais ça rien de le uploader sur YouTube, ça passera jamais. Chimera. Très bien.
In the lost Caribbean Sea was a captain mighty. Mordecai was his name. He succumbed to the white flame. His treasure was lost and his crew was tossed.
C'est quoi ça?
Now is the day cursed pirates have their way. That's the life we live. Come along for the trip. When plans go astray, we find us a way. We put them to a stop and give them the chop. We're a cursed crew and parties our share. Soul magic restores our crew from before, yes, before. Black pearls in our chest, let us finish the quest now. This treasure we will find with our powers combined. Our worth we will show to our captain below. The Inquisition blocks our way. They see us as prey.
Bah déjà ils vont nous montrer un peu plus de Prince of Persia en 2D. Ils vont nous montrer Assassin's Creed, ils vont nous montrer Is Defiance, ils ont annoncé, le compte a tweeté l'autre jour. Ils vont nous montrer le Star Wars. Après je ne sais pas. À voir. Je ne sais pas. Mais oui, je me dis que aussi qu'ils ne doivent pas se louper non plus. On verra. Ce soir 19h. C'est toujours comme ça et c'est toujours le problème avec Ubisoft, c'est qu'ils aiment bien montrer leur jeu par-ci, par-là, chez l'un, chez l'autre. Puis te faire... tu veux voir plus de gameplay, tu veux voir plus de choses, rendez-vous dans notre conférence. Youpi. Bon après, Is Defiance, c'était pas une surprise. C'était quasiment sûr, tu vois. C'est pas non plus quelque chose qui m'affole, tu vois. Mais Prince of Persia en 2D, j'aurais trouvé ça tellement plus cool qu'ils présentent sur leur conférence à eux. Mais bon, c'est comme ça. Voilà là. Mirage c'était pareil, hein. Ils l'ont présenté chez PlayStation alors qu'ils auraient pu très bien le faire chez eux. Hein. Ça ferait montrer encore plus la maillot. Hein. Dommage.
Rally Championship might be racing its way across the stars, but it's already raced its way into my heart. Anyways, if you're not aware, I've got something of a history with the real-time strategy genre. And funnily enough,
mais après bon, derrière il n'y aura pas de problème sur la vente, ça ne changera rien, tu vois, mais l'effet d'annonce, l'effet de surprise, c'est quand même bien dommage.
I mean, probably. But what's no coincidence is my excitement for the eagerly anticipated RTS from former Warcraft and StarCraft devs at Frost Giant Studios. It's Stormgate, and today we don't just get the chance to get some exclusive first look at some Stormgate gameplay, but we're also joined by Frost Giant's president and game director Tim Campbell here to tell us exactly how Stormgate will delight all minds, artificial or otherwise. Thanks so much for joining us, Tim.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
Now, I've been following Stormgate for years, but for those of us who haven't, what is Stormgate?
No.
Stormgate is our modern take on the classic real-time strategy game formula. It's what we think of as a spiritual successor to franchises like Warcraft, StarCraft, Command & Conquer. And real-time strategy games are the type of game where you can control an entire battlefield. So this classic RTS formula includes harvesting resources, building sprawling bases, commanding huge armies on the battlefield.
What is it about Stormgate that's new?
We believe that the RTS genre
ça m'intéresse,
is something that should be enjoyed by players of all skill levels. And so we put a lot of effort into making sure that Stormgate feels good whether you're a pro with high technical skill and you love competitive play, or whether it's something that you just want to be able to relax with and experience a story.
Now, Tim, I understand that you brought for all of us, but in particular for me, a present to show today. What are you going to show, Tim?
We are going to show gameplay from the pre-alpha of Stormgate.
Mais non.
Now, this is something that we are big believers in at Frost Giant. We want to share this current state of the game today.
Let's take a look. Oh, Tim, I'm so excited, and right away.
C'est vrai que ça fait très StarCraft.
This is the classic start to a 1v1 match.
On sent d'où on vient, quoi.
Workers out to harvest resources. They're starting to construct building. They actually build them by 3D
Oui, ça m'intéresse de ouf.
ground up. And you can see them now starting to train troops so they can have an army that goes out in the field to fight.
Yeah, and I mean, right here, we see in the corner coming up, this looks like a scout unit.
Yeah, that is literally a cybernetic dog with laser eyes. It is called the Scout.
J'avoue qu'on voit tellement la base de Warcraft.
Right. And you can see him now running through the base trying to see what information he can find out about his enemy.
Yeah, I mean, scouting and information is such an important part of RTS games.
It really is, and this is something that we've embraced early game. The Scout unit has been designed so it can actually sense units beyond its sight radius. So it's
awesome.
Especially useful early on.
So we're heading into what looks like the first engagement of this game. What are we seeing?
Well, what we're seeing right here is the Red Scout getting surprised
by traverser la forêt.
Ah ouais. This is a new train type and a twist on the tactical.
Pas mal ça. Hein?
And how do these light forests work?
The light forests let smaller units move through them. They have concealment. It's allowed Blue to raid Red's base, in which case Red is barely getting a turret built with their speed building from their workers. Another human faction advantage. They're about to pop out a couple extra defenders here from their mech base.
So we got these huge mechs, and I mean, just visually, it looks like they are countering the heck out of these blue infantry, but can these red mechs fit through the forest?
No, they're too big to
Ça
go
peut
through.
vachement bien m'intéresser ça.
To use their chain guns to go through groups of enemies, but they can't fit through the light forest, which Blue knew and used to his advantage.
Okay, so we're in mid-game. This is normally where you make some big tech decisions. What's Red up to?
You're seeing Red commit to a tech path that gives them big battlefield mechs and air units like this evac.
And it looks like they're just dropping right on top of Blue, who was killing a chicken? What's the chicken there, Tim?
Yeah, that's a giant chicken with a Viking helmet on it. Use your imagination. Stormgate's in pre-alpha, and that's art that we haven't gotten to yet, but imagine it as a big Mad Max Raider.
It's the most threatening placeholder art for now. And oh, I see Red diving onto Blue, and hey, picking back up into the air transport. That's some classic high-level micro.
It is, and it's really important for Stormgate that we maintain a high-skill ceiling so that players can express themselves on the battlefield by maneuvering and how they interact with the battlefield.
And here we have the final fight of the game, and it looks like Blue is coming up against those mechs. Red
side
of the trees. Oh, they can blast through
Effectivement,
them
je vois.
And Blue's dodging these enormous shots, and we can also see Blue swarming in from both sides. This is not looking good for Red.
No, it's pretty grim. Red is on the ropes right here, and they've been outmaneuvered. They're caught in the corner here between two different forces coming in with a mobile pincer.
Man, and of course,
there's the GGs.
The most classic ending to an RTS game, GG. Get Tastosis on that stat. Outside of 1v1, what's coming up for Stormgate?
What you've seen today is just the tip of the iceberg. We have so much more in store. We're going to be revealing a bunch of stuff about Stormgate the rest of this year. We're introducing new modes. We have a 3-player versus AI cooperative mode. We have team-based competitive modes. We're going to be sharing information about our storyline and campaign. We have new factions beyond the humans that you just saw today.
But Tim, what if I want to play the game right now?
If you want to play the game as soon as possible, you wish list
Steam,
Stormgate on Steam, and you go to playstormgate.com to sign up for the beta. We're starting closed testing in July.
Once again, go to Steam and wishlist Stormgate. Tim, thank you so much again for joining us, not just to talk about the 1v1 footage you shared, future content plans for Stormgate. It makes the RTS players' dreams come true. Which might not be your dreams. I mean, your dreams might be filled with gloriously grimy Deus Ex-inspired sci-fi fisticuffs with a fiendishly Star Wars vibe to it. If so, get a load of this latest trailer for Fortune's Run.
La 56K, bonsoir. Voilà. Oh, ça fait très Quake Doom de l'époque. Hein. C'est cool d'ailleurs. J'aime beaucoup. Early access 1er septembre, ok.
Whatever.
Perturbance. Run. Pertune Run.
Men, you are about to embark upon the great crusade towards which we have striven these many months. The eyes of the world are upon you. The hopes and prayers.
Qu'est-ce que j'aimerais avoir un FPS Seconde Guerre mondiale graphique d'aujourd'hui. C'est un truc qui me plairait bien.
And let us all beseech the blessing of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking.
Ah ouais, mais tu sais, un peu à la Call of Duty, mais... les Call of Duty de l'époque, ou Medal of Honor, mais graphisés aujourd'hui, quoi. Un peu comme ça, tu vois. Si c'est pas multi par contre. Parce que bon, multi c'est bien, mais... on en a tellement eu que... Mais solo, tu vois. FPS solo. Ouais. Mais c'est elle lose. Et c'est un multi. C'est ça le problème. Ok. Ça, pourquoi pas? Ouais, je sais ce que j'allais te dire, les yeux. Ça, c'est un civilisation-like. Ça, c'est un jeu qu'on a déjà vu. Il m'intéresse d'ailleurs, c'est Novaland. Voilà, ça peut t'intéresser. Parc Bune là, c'est pas mal. C'est un city building par l'attraction. Ça me chauffe bien aussi cette histoire.
Frank, we've seen impressive, almost like unrealistic tech on display today. It's just a shame our viewers at home can't get their hands on some of that bleeding-edge hardware.
Your concerns
Ah ouais?
are both unnecessary and
Première fois que je vois le
convenient,
jeu.
Sean. As the long-term vanguard of gaming, Alienware continues to offer high-end PC hardware. Considering their extraterrestrial origins, it comes as no surprise.
I don't know how to tell you this, but they're not actually made by aliens.
Websites in my training model contain compelling evidence to the contrary, Sean. The truth is out there.
Great. But let's do some truth-telling of our own and hear what Alienware is offering the folks at home.
Alienware has been a part of my professional life for a while now.
Yeah.
From the games you play to what you do for work, that's very hardware intensive.
When using Alienware, you get a performance that is very, very difficult to match.
It doesn't have just the kind of like generic gamer look to it.
Literally everything I do is powered by Alienware, and it just makes me so happy.
Support level up. Intel Core i9. Yeah.
Don't miss your shot at Alienware giveaway goodness. Scan that code now. I mean, Frankie, can you believe this? We got an Alienware M18 laptop with an Intel Core i9 processor for the fine price point of free? Oh, it's enough to get anyone's blood pumping.
As you know, Sean, I'm a network of predictive algorithms and generative software. I am fundamentally incapable of belief.
Look, I understand.
I also don't have blood.
But
Would you like me to procure blood, Sean?
God, no! Absolutely not. Anything but that. Let's move on to literally anything else. So, what's next?
Vampire Survivor.
Well, a little awkward. Let's have a look at some incoming DLC for Vampire Survivors. Oh boy.
What if we gave it a spin? Golden Devil, Cosmic Finger.
Okay.
We are only a couple
Baldur's
months out
Gate.
from the full release of
Spoiler
Baldur's
ça.
Gate 3. I literally cannot tell you how excited I am to try out some of the character builds I've got going on up here. I'm thinking of running like a mage tank kind of vibe. And wait, Frank, can you generate like an awesome character art for me in like a D&D style? Like, look, I want to be a wizard, like fully Gandalfed out with like a staff and like blasting spells like that. Can you like give me a sample piece of art?
One moment. Here you are, Sean.
Oh, dear God.
This was generated in seconds, while a professional artist's work would take hours, if not days.
Yes, that is true. It's hard to tell this wasn't the work of a trained professional, but do you have any professional artist work, you know, just to like compare?
I do. Thanks to the YouTube animators extraordinaire at MASH. Here's an original animation for Larian's Baldur's Gate 3.
My fellow adventurers, the road to Baldur's Gate has been long. We have fought cultists of a strange new god, battled packs of fearsome gnolls, and gone toe-to-toe with creatures from beyond this plane. And today we faced our greatest foe yet.
He was just so strong. And I think his blood was acid? I'm not sure how that even works, like anatomically.
Tomorrow, we find higher ground, then rain down upon him with 100 arrows.
No. First, I will incapacitate him with a fit of hideous laughter. Then, we will fill his bog with grease and set it on fire. And if he attempts to escape the blaze, fear not, for I will keep my eye out for him.
Please don't. Even Lae'zel's puns are more amusing.
Among Githyanki, I am considered extremely humorous.
Enough! We must defeat this foe. Somewhere within these twisted swamps dwells a hag who possesses a potent potion, an elixir that could grant us the ability to converse with the creature. However, attaining it will necessitate a trade.
Give me his spleen.
Steel your nerves, friends. I will now attempt to reason with the creature.
Most mighty beast, though you defeated us once, we have returned to seek your guidance. Impart your knowledge upon us, and teach us the source of your power.
It's here. Frog. Oh, I didn't know you speak frog. Gosh, I'm so sorry about yesterday. I'm so embarrassed. You know, ever since the hag turned me into a frog, I've been down in the dumps.
Cities are incredibly hard to make in RPGs because you have to make sure that every
Bad
single nook and
George
cranny has
Gate.
something to do. You have to make sure that it's different, so you have to be incredibly creative. Given that the name of the game is Baldur's Gate, the city was really going to be the thing that people were going to be talking about.
The city of Baldur's Gate is seamless, which it originally wasn't.
You only can judge the game when you have all the components together, and if the mix doesn't work, we start over.
At some point, he said, like, can't we just connect everything? And that was a very interesting day.
One of the things that's done is it's brought a level of believability and immersion and also complexity that wouldn't have been there otherwise.
Now it was this seamless, giant organism, and it really, really felt good.
It's being able to look out of a window and see down the city slopes, so you're seeing down toward the docks, and you're like, one of my teammates might be down there. They might be running around down there.
We worked on it as a painting almost. You start with a sketch, a very basic line, and then you just start adding layers and layers.
We can put lots more of the city onto the screen than they could in 1998. So we can do something that is more immersive, richer, has more texture to it.
It feels like you are walking around a place where there are lots and lots of people living their actual lives.
You have crowds that are walking around, can talk to pretty much anybody, and they react to every single thing. It's very alive in that sense.
Every person that you meet in Baldur's Gate has got a story to them.
All the things that you have done up to the city really matter. You can really feel the conclusion of everything just gathering there.
We actually build anticipation through all these characters that you've met, through all these situations that you've been through.
All the stories that you have been following, all the decisions that you've been making, they all come to fruition in that lower city.
And the great thing is, if you so choose, you can be another bad thing that's happening to the city. You can arrive and be like, this place is on fire, and then you can throw petrol all over it.
During production, we felt like the city was our destination.
We spent, I think, 3 times, 4 times as much effort on the city than we originally planned. But the feeling of walking in there is just fantastic.
You have this constant jostling of things that are very much of the real world, and then you can indulge in the completely fantastical.
And then when you walk into the city, the noise of everybody talking to each other, the knowledge that everywhere you look, you can go there and you can do something, the knowledge that you can fly through it, it's great. So the thing that I was the most afraid of when we started making this game turned out to be the thing that I'm the most proud of.
Larian Studios breaks the classic RPG series out of a 2-decade retirement when Baldur's Gate 3 finally releases on August 31st. Up next, we're forging ahead with more fantasy as flame-headed fighters face ferocious foes in a co-op action roguelike. After all, what's a roguelike without an onslaught of algorithmic terrors? I feel like there's a lot of that going on around here lately. Anyways, here's the latest trailer for Ember Knights.
Ouais. C'est vrai. Theatric World.
Would you like the endless loop of terror, death, repeat in
Ouais.
the upcoming stealth
C'est vrai,
extraction
c'est
horror
vrai, c'est vrai,
Macabre?
c'est vrai.
In Macabre, you and your friends will team up to confront interdimensional terrors, venturing deep into unstable time-risk tasks with uncovering the source of terrifying anomalies. A great way to enjoy the outdoors. Built in Unreal 5, this exclusive debut will be out later this year in early access.
You seriously don't have any signal.
Not even one bar, there's nothing. I can't get in.
So, I forgot to mention, there's like a super weird, scary thing getting around inside the rift.
The hell was that, a bear?
Have you ever heard a bear sound like that before?
I've never seen a bear before.
You guys look lost. Come on. You'll freeze to death out here. I suppose you're looking for the lodge. Here, take this. I call it the atomic space shifter. If anything
Et
goes wrong,
chacun son style de jeu. Hein.
I can pull you back out. A lot of folks have come up here looking for answers. It's weird. It's like time runs differently here.
Guys, I think I found something.
We gotta find the others, dude.
Ah. Bon appétit. D'accord. Okay.
Haha! I can't believe it worked. This is it. This is the key to. Ah, you're alive. Ready to go back in?
La musique qui te met juste bien dans l'ambiance, quoi.
We thought we had billions of years before our sun died. We were wrong. Thousands of us answered the call, rallying to save those we can. Every one of our ships a ray of hope. Captain, it is up to you to find us a new home, so we can plant the future seeds of humankind.
Copy. Plotting course now. Sector locked in.
La fin de quoi? La pause? Ah! La fin du monde. Artlets. Et c'était bientôt la fin de la conf aussi. Je commence à avoir
As
faim
great
aussi.
as Earthless looks, it makes you wonder, how are we in the real world going to fare when our big, beautiful sun enters its twilight years? Me, I'm optimistic. Who knows what we'll achieve by then? Every billionaire-funded space rocket that detonates moments after takeoff is one more step on the winding road of progress. Up next, Tie on those
Après
togas
celle-là,
and
non,
make
en
merry
rediff,
with
non.
fine wine as all roads lead to this newest
Il
city
faut
building.
attendre
Here's our first
Nova
look
Roma.
at Nova
Oh.
Roma.
Après, il faut attendre Ubisoft. Je vais jouer à Diablo cet après-midi. Ça peut peut-être plaire à Yeti. Nova Roma. Ah, Kingdom Hot Castle. Oh. En plus. Intéressant. J'aime bien la patte graphique. Jupiter. Ah ouais, cash. Ah ouais, ok. Hey. Ça me plaît bien. Nova Roma. Waitlist no. Putain mais ça s'arrête jamais quoi. Quand je te dis qu'on aura fait 4 heures de conférence, on rediff. On a 4h12 de live. C'est quand même fou. Hein.
The Great War is over. All we want is to return home.
THQ nordique. Ils font une conférence au mois d'août de mémoire. THQ.
Brothers and sisters. None of us thought this part of the journey would be the most difficult. We still hope to see our home once again. Across the endless snowfields of Siberia. Through territory disputed by the Red and White armies. By armored train in a harsh winter. Far from our loved ones. Outnumbered by enemies, we fight to make our way. Surrounded by wilderness, we manage in order to survive. This is our last chance. Our last train home. Will you lead us?
Pairing squad tactics with historic inspiration, Last Train Home is based on real events in the aftermath of World War I.
Pas de soucis.
However,
Bon
historians
courage
continue to
dans cet
uncover
après-midi.
records describing train passengers travelling homewards, some dating as recently as 2023. Whether any train home is truly the last remains the subject of academic debate. History is clear on one thing though. Puppets can't be trusted. As proof, watch as Sesame Street meets survival horror in My Friendly Neighborhood.
Hey Gordon, it's Kyle. I know we're dropping this on you last minute, but we need you to head down to the Sunrise Street studio lot. The antenna activated itself last night and started broadcasting that old puppet show over the news. You need to turn that thing off. You gotta get this done, man. Bye.
The last job of the day is always the worst.
curtain. Bring up the lights. The neighborhood is coming to town.
Hey, stay back.
Let's do this.
D'accord.
Oh, I think I ended early. Can we go back to the beginning?
A sprint victory and points
Ah,
up for grabs.
F1 Manager 23. Pas intéressé.
Push as much as you can. Copy.
Can they push more, I wonder? They can't afford to sit back and relax now.
Are we in trouble or not?
Oh, and that's a crash.
I'm push now, thanks for my push now.
And McLaren with a great overtake. Stay right here, because we're just getting started.
Hey, Frank AI, how are the metrics looking? Are we like doing numbers?
We're attracting considerable viewership, Sean. However, I've identified a simple programming adjustment to target underrepresented segments of our audience demographic. Shall I execute it?
Well, hell yeah, let's do it. Ah, cornering the VTuber market. Smart, very smart. I'm just not really sure this is my vibe, but since we're on a time crunch, let's see what's next for Subnautica Likes in Space with a trailer for Breath Edge 2.
Abarit. Ah, ils sortent le 2. Ah, cool. Faut faire le 1. PE. Pourquoi PE? C'est un jeu très très fun. MDR, lolilol. Il a été plein de fois gratuit. Une fois sur en Twitch Prime. Une fois en Epic Game Store. C'est un jeu très très fun, très drôle. Faudrait que je le fasse en live.
Man, there are so many great video games in this year's show. Frank AI, what do we know about sand?
Sand is a fine granular substance composed of mineral particles. It is finer than gravel, but coarser than silt.
Yes, but it's also a brand new survival game set in an alternate history where Austro-Hungarian soldiers smuggle space salvage across alien deserts.
I don't understand that sentence. Would you like to hear more about sand types?
Oh, no need. I'm about to know plenty. Let's take a look at sand.
Ah. Crâne. Je te pipe quoi? Insane.
Завітайте в Лазуровий порт. У нас найкращі пляжі, готелі та ресторани. Файно! Замовлю собі багатського м'яса та пива. А ви що, хлопці?
Ну, раз ми ліпші, то попали себе шампанським і морським оленем. А ти ж, Петро? А я, як завжди, маленьку бану ще хочу. Йой, то ж ресторан, а не корчма. Може ресторан бути найліпшим, якщо бану ще немає. Що ти кошкірися?
Sand. D'accord.
We have reached the end of this
Ah,
year's
c'est
show,
plus
and we're
éthique
saving
comme ça
something
maintenant.
very exciting for the end. Dune
C'est fini la
Awakening,
pause,
the survival
la pause.
MMO adaptation of the classic
Dune.
sci-fi series. Frank AI, what have you got for us for the big finale?
If you like, I could fill the room with sand.
That's a little literal, don't you think? But what if we had, like, costumes? Oh, Dune's got some really cool costumes. We have the still suits, the royal garments. Oh my god, I could dress up maybe as like a giant sandworm.
It will require 3 million teraflops of processing power to render you as a sandworm, Sean.
I mean, don't worry about it. We can skip the costuming. It's just something that like Frankie and I used to do. Like, not you, like the real Frankie with the fun hair who's not a computer. Oh, man, there was this one year where she was a shark. And then, and she was like a mech pilot. And I had a spaceship. And there was this other time with togas, and I had this really nice robe. Anyways, just forget it. I'm living in the past. I shouldn't even miss this stuff. I mean, we're adults, right? Frankie Ward?
Do you still want to do the costumes bit, Sean?
I want to do the Dune dress-up bit so bad. I'm sorry I tried to fire everyone and make money with computers.
Shut up and put the costume on.
Frankie, would you do the honors?
Gladly. Here is an exclusive interview with the team making a survival MMO that's more sought after than a suitcase stuffed with spice melange. It's Dune Awakening.
My name's Joel Bylos. I'm the creative director on Dune Awakening. So Dune Awakening is a survival, open world, massively multiplayer game. It is a game where players are invited to explore the world of Dune. They involve themselves in politics, they involve themselves in intrigue, they involve themselves in combat, they have to survive on the most dangerous planet in the universe. And through this experience, they come to know the factions in the world and the universe. So when Dune Awakening begins, you are a castaway on the planet in the deep desert, and all you have is a knife that you've made out of scrap metal. And you need to creep into enemy camps and knife them in the back and steal the water from their steel suits. By the end of the game, perhaps you're running a guild. You have a fleet of vehicles, ornithopters flying in formation, sandbikes cruising across the desert beneath them, tanks kicking up a cloud of dust as you drive to a spice blow in the distance in order to harvest with your guild. And you see in the distance another guild coming towards you, and just as you clash, you hear the rumble of a sandworm coming. That's combat in Dune Awakening.
My name is Viljar Sommerbakk. I'm the game director on Dune Awakening. You start out in the desert, surviving, clinging to life, and in the end, you might become someone like the Baron Harkonnen, and then you try to cling to power. Arrakis is the most dangerous planet in the universe. Surviving on Arrakis means that you need to prepare for sandstorms, you need to find water, it's a constant threat against survival. The sandworm, every time you try to cross the desert, that sandworm will come. You will sometimes outrun it, sometimes you may not.
Dune Awakening is built upon a foundation of 5 pillars. Survival, which is obviously everything you'd expect to see in a survival game. It's water discipline, it's the surviving the sandstorms that sweep across Arrakis. Then we have politics and intrigue, which speaks to the faction gameplay of the game. It's about, siding with one of the factions, thinking about how they work together, perhaps assassinating members of the other factions. Then there's infinite exploration. Infinite exploration, which is one of the things I'm most excited about, is how the world changes over time. We have a concept called a Coriolis storm, and when it sweeps across the landscape, the sands shift, revealing new points of interest, hiding others, making the game renewed every week. Then we have combined arms. Combined arms is our combination of vehicles, melee combat, range combat, and abilities all working together to create a seamless sandbox combat experience. And finally, we have expression and customization, which is really more than just talking about like the visual expression and customization, which of course we have armor sets and clothing and a robust character creation. But in addition to that, it's really about play the way you want to play. Do you want to be a trader? You can do that. Do you want to be a fighter? Of course you can do that. Do you want to be a spy? Maybe that's the gameplay you're looking for. All of these things built into these pillars.
So the journey of the player, we've divided that into 4 parts. We think of them as survive, protect, expand, control. The survive part means that you're up against the planet itself and you're clinging onto life. In the protect phase, you've gathered some stuff, you might have a base, but you also want to make sure that nobody else comes to take it away from you, so you try to build defenses and make sure that your base is in the clear. Then in the expand phase, you lift your gaze and you look around and you see that others have stuff as well, and you might want to take their stuff. Then in the control phase, you may find yourself being a part of a guild or even the leader of a guild. Then the goal is to control the flow of spice on Arrakis. However, you're never safe. There's always someone lurking around.
Blah, blah, blah.
And you really trust your second in command. So the goal of the control phase is that you are clinging to control. Whenever you get into combat in the desert of Arrakis, try to get it over with quickly, because not only are you fighting human combatants, but the planet Arrakis itself is the greatest protagonist there is.
And with that, the PC Gaming Show 2023 is done. And what a show it was! And what a lesson for me, honestly. AI excels plenty, but only an absolute
la fin.
human touch. I mean, You'd have to be an irredeemable bozo, like a real human dumpster to pull that.
So that's the end of Frank AI? You are getting the band back together?
I mean, yeah, if we get another show next year, then yeah, you betcha.
If?
Well, you know, Dakota, you guy's pretty smart. I mean, I think he's actually the CEO now of PC Gamer and all subsidiary publications and IPs. I think he's got some really great ideas, but he also caddies for some very influential people on the golf course. Life comes at you fast, I guess. Either way, see you next year. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Ok. Bon, c'était un peu longué. Hein. On a vu des trucs intéressants, mais c'était un peu longué quand même, hein, cette histoire. C'était un peu longué.
Camera speed. Hold on. Okay, here it comes. Okay, here it is.
J'ai pas les level up.
Here I come. This is the big moment. Okay.
Necessary data acquired.
We want them to be able to react in the middle of a battle with maneuvering, with using abilities, with targeting things more carefully. And so we've slowed it down just a little bit to give players that breathing room to be able to express their skill.
I don't know what to do now. Imagine if I continued waiting on that take that was above average. Imagine that. That's not all. We're on fucking balls. Here we go, one more time.
Et merde.
Oh, hold on. I have a rogue shoelace. No! It's solved. I solved the problem. Talent took care of it by himself. Talent is an adult. I'm ready. Tell me when. If there was an award for being unbearably cute while also being unbearably fun, there's no question it'd be down to the wire between Critter Cove and yours truly. Now, I've been following Stormgate for years at this point, but for those of us who aren't me, tell us, what the fuck was that intro? Frank AI, how are the metrics looking?
We're attracting considerable viewership, John.
Keep going, keep going. Oh. Holy fucking shit. I really apologize, everyone. Don't get ice cream next year. I mean, Jesus. Holy shit.
It's not fair because I have to keep my mouth like this and no breathe firmly out of my mouth. This is very difficult job.
Sorry. Dude, did it hit you? I'm so sorry. I really apologize, everyone. It smells like an abandoned pig farm up here on set. It's.
Close to the end bit, you could have farted in the makeup chair with your ball cap on. Oh my god. Okay.
All right. Okay. Frank AI, how are the metrics looking?
Okay.